touched the button. I wasn't ready. It ain't right, but hold on. Let me get everything right. Give me a second. Wait a minute. Yeah, I can't do it without it. I need that extra support and cushion. Peace and power, peace and power. What's going on? What's going on? How y'all doing? Peace and power to the people that struggle. I thank the universal truth and absolute laws of nature for guiding me, protecting me, and giving me the strength to endure the imperfect. I shall attack with vigor, making progressive moves. A divine mind knows, a divine mind shows. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. Peace and power. As you come on in, know that this is a safe space. Know that this is a space for learning and getting learned out. Know that this is a space for educating and being educated. Know that this is a space for conversation, comments, and concerns. This is a space for dialogue, a space for questions and answers, a space of intelligence and integrity. This is your space, a space of love, a space of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, a space of love, a supreme understanding amongst those who are original, okay? This is a space where we are seeking a united path towards true liberation. As my classroom assistants come on in, please keep all contact information in the chat for the duration and throughout the class. Please keep all funding information, hashtags, green screens, apps for cash pals that pay, grams with money, unions that are Western, red cups, blue cups, jingle bells, send a kite, god diggity damn it, collection plate, squeegee man, whoever. It's a war going on outside. Fund the war effort. Okay? If you or anybody you know is in need of anger management, if you or anybody you know is in need of anger management, book an assessment. Don't wait until it's too late. Don't wait until it's too late, okay? I know what y'all believe the culture is. I know what y'all believe the streets are. I know what negative, regressive nigga shit y'all on. Okay? Don't wait until it's too late. If you or anybody you know is in need of a domestic violence intervention, please book an assessment. Stop sending each other outside looking like Tom and Jerry. Stop sending each other all wrapped up like the Three Stooges, all bandaged up. Stop sending each other outside with tents on. Keep your hands to yourselves. Book an assessment. Okay, stop embarrassing the kids and stop doing things that y'all gonna regret. Okay? If you or anybody you know is in need of intimate relationship abuse counseling and a consultation, please book an assessment. Learn the warning signs, the behaviors that should alarm you, characters and characteristics that should heighten your alertness levels, people, events, conversations, places, old traumas that should have your awareness levels at 1,000. Remember, with this information, the life that you save could be your own. Peace and power, peace and power. What's going on? Making an attempt to get through it It's a lot going on as always. And as always, we want to support each other. We want to let each other know that we are here and we are not going through it alone, that we are remaining militant in the face of all of this negative energy. The only way you can do it is to remain militant and show fangs when necessary. We have a lot of disturbing news, but again, we're going to focus on things that are educational moments so we can learn, okay? But we also got to check some class returnees, right? So we're going to get that right out of the way quick. Meek Mill, Philly, tag his now later skittle ass. Tag Meek Mill, y'all. He got to come back to class. Yup, tag him. Tag Papoose and all the 5%ers. Tag them all. All the gods, all the earths. Tag them. Y'all gotta stop letting these rap dudes cap in the name of the nation. Y'all got to. You have to. It's just, if we can watch people drop flags and have challenges, if we can watch people squash decades-long beef, y'all gods can step up and start slapping the shit out of these rap dudes that are using the nation's name in vain and not giving nothing. Tag them. Okay? We got to tag Chicago. Tag Chicago. We got to tag Missouri. Tag Missouri. Okay? Anybody who is a survivor and thriver of domestic violence, we here. Let's get to it. Okay? Got a lot to cover. A lot to cover. All right, so let's see who's in class. Tag your classmates. Again, share on your socials. Let everybody know we here. Let's see who's in class tonight. First in class. Lovely lady. First in class. God diggity doggy. She must think I'm fine tonight. First in class. Philly. Threats. Chris. You up in here. Ooh, Evans up in the building. 1, 2, 3. Evans in here. God diggity doggy. God damn it, Evans. Third. Philip Boone, we see you. God Body, what up? Yeah, LA's in the building. Mr. Strictly Game. God dang. Thomas. Ooh, we got the couple, the power couple in the building. God diggity, we see you. Eric Carlos, San Antonio, Riverwalk. What's going on? Fort Sam Houston is in the spot. We see y'all. Geechee, what up? Kim Williams, what's going on? A. Wood. Yes, A. Wood, what up? Detroit. TC, what's going on? Mark Hines, what up? GP, what up? CR Profit Getters, what up? Yeah. Ooh, Mario, what up? Yeah, Benjamin. God damn it, Benjamin, we see you. Bernie, what up, Bernie? Hey, Ghoster, what up? C. Blaze, my sniper. Snipers in the building. Construction Site Media TV. What up? What? Neville? 55. God dig it. 55 for Neville Chug, y'all. 55. Got him. Intellectual Soap. What up, Soap? Everybody cop Soap. Get Soap. Subscribe to the Intellectual Soapbox page. Tag him, goddamn. Get up in there. Yeah, Breed Love, what up? Elusive Views, what up? God, we see you. Renegade Revolver, what up, Renegade? Uptown Dre, what up? Y'all cop Renegade music too. Renegade Revolver music and merch. Y'all cop that. We see you. What up? What up, Edie? What up, Edie? We see you. Okay. Let's talk ideas. The Virgin Islands. What's going on, Virgin Islands? We see y'all. Woo, Dre, what up? Marguerite McDonald Music's in the spot. Angel, what up? Flatbush Man. Yeah. Jane Joe, what up? We see you. God diggity doggy. Woo. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm hard to catch. I'm always here. I don't go nowhere. I'm here. Because I got to be. Because I got to live in truth. I got to educate. I'm here. If I'm hard to catch, it's because your ass is out there. You out in the town smoking your little tweeds and drinking that wine. Drinking that wine. Smoking them trees. That's you. That ain't me. I'm here teaching. I'm here teaching. I ain't hard to catch. Diggity goddamn it. Yeah. Yeah. All right? Don't talk about it. Okay, now. Disturbing video going around. I've seen it on Twitter. I've seen it on TikTok. I've seen it. I've read on it. And, man. Oh, damn it. RTs. 55 for RTs, god damn it. Coming in here with that. If you would have been listening and studying your art, you wouldn't have got caught. Yeah. Hard tunes, what up? Now let's get it. Disturbing video is viral. Many have seen it coming out of the shop. And this is what I'm talking about when I say intimate relationship. Now, I don't know if these parties involved were engaged intimately in their relationship, right? As far as peaceable, or at least cordial. But there's an intimate piece there. We have a man in the middle who has children with two women. That's an intimate relationship because at some point they're going to have to cross paths. In this instance, when they crossed paths, it was fatal. Now, I'm not from the Shire. We have a heavy class presence of people from the Shire, so they may have heard information that I have not been able to get. I've read multiple comments, but we're going to keep it in a space where I always discuss domestic violence and intimate relationship. And again, our beliefs when it comes to our conduct in the mix of who we are. Deep. So in the video, we are watching as it opens with the crowd and a specific woman in the crowd saying she clapped her. Oh my goodness, why did you clap her? And you can see young people, you can see kids, you definitely see a first responders, and you see a young woman laid out, stretched out, and another woman on a phone. Okay? And we now know that this young woman was unalived after dropping her son off to school. Regular, everyday event. Decades, centuries long, we've been doing it. Many of us don't even think about doing it. You just get up and go. You get everything ready. You're preparing the night before. You get up in the morning. You're getting them prepped and lunch and clothes and off and running. Many take it for granted that it's going to always be a regular pattern in the way it's done. This woman was unalived directly after that. Young mother. The person who unalived, there was another young woman who shared a child's father. Now, the child's father was there as well. And he appeared to be rather calm in the midst of it. What most people don't know, and when you read in the comments, for whatever reason, they placing blame on him as well, saying that he knew that this was going to happen. For me, being in that situation, being in those situations where it's gunfire, people were hit, I know that his appearing to be calm could have been from shock. Now, we could be mistaken, and as more information comes in, maybe those claims that he knew this was going to happen will hold true. But let's get to the official report. At the time of this tragedy, Romeka Meeks was outside in the 2200 block of South State Street just after 9:05 a.m. when she became involved in a physical altercation with what cops describe as a known female suspect. The clapping, according to social media, took place in front of her son's school in Chicago's South Loop in what police are investigating as a domestic-related incident involving another woman. Again, intimate relationship when you're saying domestic-related. Okay? At some point, the female assailant pulled out a gun, fires off 4 rounds, including a gunshot to the victim's face. The woman was taken to Stroger Hospital, where she expired. Police said the clapping appears to be domestic related, with social media indicating the clapping happened following a fight over a man and moments after the victim dropping off her son to school. Authorities confirmed that the clapping is believed to have stemmed from a personal dispute, possibly involving the victim's ex-partner and the suspect, alleged to be his current girlfriend and the mother of another one of his children. Again, there's a lot to unpack with it in our limited information. Now, if y'all from the Chi and y'all know better, please comment in the chat and let us be brought up to speed. What up, Rockman? Peace, salute. Nina, what's going on? All right, Bushhead, peace, salute. Now, I've read in there where there was like you said, a physical altercation where there's some fight where the father, right, who has children with both of these women. I can't stand the slang, the BM and the BD and that. this man has children with both of these women. And it got to a point, I'm reading in the comments, where he had one in a headlock, or however this altercation took place. This woman found it justified that whether it was a verbal dispute, whether it got physical, that she pulled out and started clapping this woman in proximity, close proximity to a school, okay, where other children are around, and unalived her. Now, in the video, you can clearly hear her say, "I have a license to carry." And I keep telling y'all about people that talk that license to carry shit. And state by state, the laws vary. Okay? Many of these states are not stand your ground states. And then many of them don't have self-defense laws. But for some reason, everybody believed that it's carte blanche, that you could just carry, you could just run around like it's the Wild West. And for people who've never been in that space on a regular basis, you don't know when and where and why you should be pulling out a hammer. You really don't. If your altercation comes to a space where you're past arguing and you getting physical, and you are of the belief that you could just pull out and clap somebody, have at it. Have at it. Be my guest. But the consequences, the justice system, the law is going to handle you as such. If there's no attempted robbery, if nobody's trying to unalive you, you understand, trying to scrape you up or something, I'm telling you, y'all gonna get enough of that. Yo, I can carry. Yo, I got this. Yo, I got that. Okay. Now, that's just on its face. And we are not going to act like it doesn't happen frequently. It happens frequently, especially with these young folks who really have no hands and no heart to sit there and catch a black eye, to sit there and get their lip bust. They don't want that. No, there's no honor in that anymore for them. No. They quick to reach, and okay. But see, in cases like this, you never hear about these individuals once they get arrested, charged, indicted, and get time. You don't hear from them no more, which is a terrible mistake. Because if you were to hear from them 2 or 3 years down the line after this viral moment, after this bullshit, when they laying up in bed in jail, especially the woman when they got some big bruise abroad that keeping her fist in your behind, the kids need to hear that. When y'all young dudes go up in the can and y'all have nothing, all that tough guy image that you was running around with on the street that you believe was actually you, and 4 or 5 years you behind them walls, and you got somebody eggplant near your jaw every other night because you owe for a bag of dope. You see, y'all don't hear those stories. The kids don't get those stories. Those things that will prevent them from being so extra with it. Now, that's just on that level, on that layer. What's deeper for me is the altercation between these two women and this man. Okay? Because if he was out there and if he knew that there was going to be some type of negativity and he did nothing to prevent it and or de-escalate it, then y'all right, maybe he should be charged. But that's not for us to decide. What we have to make a decision on moving forward is the knowledge and understanding that these things happen, where you may have a child with somebody and fall out, and they may have a child with somebody else. That doesn't mean that these two women should be enemies. And in the same instance with the men, just because you and another man share a child's mother, that don't mean y'all enemies. If anything, it would be the best interest. It would be in the best interest of these children to have parents that can work together. But the problem is, and we have to go back classes and classes and me repeating myself over and over, we don't own each other. You don't. Because you have a child with somebody doesn't mean you own them. Because you're in a relationship with somebody, a relationship, how you relate, having life moves together, doesn't mean that others are not going to have feelings for that individual, especially if they have children with them. You can't erase that, regardless of how negative the break may have been. That has nothing to do with the new individual. You listen and intake, that other person did nothing to you at all. They just happen to be with somebody who you've dealt with and supposedly had moved on from. But these young folks don't get that info. They're acting like they're the first ones who've been through it, which is definitely not true. Because your granddaddy had kids all over the place. Your grandmama got kids that she taking care of. She damn sure knows she didn't birth them. This is the dysfunction or functioning of our people. That's where we at with it. When y'all take it to a space where it's negative, where it's animosity, where it's jealousies, where it's anger, where it's bitterness, nobody wins. No, you never win. We have so much animosity, jealousy, bitterness, trauma coming from old phase and dealing with their systems that y'all still haven't learned to be much better with each other. Because that's the root of it. Because whether he agitated it or not, these two women, two mothers, were at odds. And we've been a space where we have made that the norm. When y'all watching this shit on television and on social media, the baddies, the bad girls, that this, pitting each other, don't know each other, but it's fight, fight, fight for the entertainment of others, for the lining of pockets of others who are watching this ignorance and allowing you and facilitating the ignorance to now our young people have no sense of nurturing each other. None. None. It's always go. When you see that brown skin, it's always go. It's always up. And because it's always going, it's always up, other shit like the Cara Thompson case, that's how that happens. Because she don't want to be around her folks unless she gets some bread and get up and get lit and come around and can perform. You dig? So you fall into the arms of this Latin bastard that unalived her. Because nowhere a 19-year-old girl with so much promise should have been in the arms and in the house sexing with this Latin man. But when she comes in her community, she has to deal with her peers who want to fight consistently, who want to make judgment consistently. So when we have these conflicts, okay, these internal conflicts with each other, your enemies have free reign. We can't protect ourselves in our own communities because we don't even want to look out for each other. So we can't protect ourselves from outsiders. We can't be on point. Our instincts is gone because we're not comfortable being around each other. So as a man, he's sitting there now, he lost 2 mothers of his children. How do you explain that to these kids growing up? Because she's going to jail. And this one is going in the dirt. And these kids are left with it. These kids have to hold that down. So now what's his talk? See, y'all don't get that. This is what doesn't happen on social media. He's not going to go live and explain. He's going to fall back like a sucker. How can you parent that? There's no way that somebody who considers himself a man can ever allow that to happen. That's effeminate quality right there. That's white woman quality when a man can't say, yo, you hold up. You calm down. You allow it to get to that point. And then what kind of men are you? See, this is why social media is talking that talk. What kind of man are you to not know that your child mother's holding? Now, she got a pistol. She said it's a license. She said she got license to carry. You don't know that? You don't know somebody's armed around you? How do you know, or how did he know that she wouldn't pop him if she got so much anger and turmoil in her chest for some other mother? You don't even have the decency. This is where our young folks at. This is why I say I'm very specific with the language in this class, because I'm telling you, a lot of them are black devils and they got to go. There's no recovery for them. They're gone because their souls have been blackened. I'm telling y'all, for everything I stand on with liberation and galvanizing and being a united front for our people, I'm telling you, some of them got to go. They do. Them black soul bastards, you got to bury them. Because we can't win. We can't war looking behind us. Gotta check what's going on in the communities behind us while we're dealing with this enemy in our face. That's what happened in Vietnam. The brothers over there was losing their mind because as soon as they get there and the bullets is flying, they gotta worry about these old fays that's supposed to be fighting with them, trying to take them out. You in the jungles and the trenches with white boys that'll blow your goddamn cabbage clean off just for you being there. You got to watch your back. You got to be solid. This is what we're dealing with here. Y'all looking at lifestyles and calling it culture, and they're breeding these monsters. It's in the music, and I keep telling you, y'all clap, yo, it ain't nothing. It's just bars. It's more than bars. It's messaging. When they talking about top tip drug dealer, heroin, and jelly beans, and floss, and then that shit is poison. They're too old for it. There's absolutely no reason for it at this stage. Do you understand that? That everything surrounding these three people in this situation did more harm to those babies than anything within the system? You cannot blame the system on that. You can't. We passed that. So now these children have no mothers. None. No nurturing. None. Gone. So what are we to do? Again, this is teachable moments. This is why I keep telling you. If you don't get on code, if you don't sit down, come to the table and set some real values, morals, and codes in place that's current to today and what we're dealing with. Get them old pastors out your face. Get them the F up out of here. Get these fake ass activists up out of here. They're trying to show you how to conform to old faith value systems that don't work for us. That's all it is. Somebody could tell you, whoa, we need justice system reform. Reform for what? So you can be a better slave for the old faith? Get more active into voting, get more political. Good for what? So you can continue to sit in the system of the old faith. It doesn't work. It can't work because it is beneath you. You're not equitable with these demons. You're not. There's no equitable space between you and white folk. That is what the problem is. People keep trying to get you to fit in that space. We don't belong there. We don't belong with them. Don't let anybody tell you that we do. They're lying to you or they are ignorant. So we have to confront them. So we send our condolences to these young people, to the family of Romeka Meeks and her young son as she left. To this little ignorant woman who unalived her, who allegedly unalived her in broad daylight. Have fun. Keep that same type of time when you get behind them walls. Keep that same energy. Keep it. Keep that same energy when they got you in the big yard and they trying to soap you down. Keep that same energy. Pull that hammer when you behind them walls. Keep that same energy. And to the father, Dad, I hope that you learn something. Yeah. This way you can, be a more active father when it comes to educating these babies and the community, because the community is watching you. They're blaming you. You understand? They're blaming you. Man, y'all got to look at that. There's some of you who have that exact same situation going on. You may have 2 or 3 women who have children with you and you can't figure it out. You bumping around, bumbling. Get some nuts and start speaking and talking and getting to the table and say, yo, listen, how are we going to do this? If you're dealing with women who are toxic, and some may have been toxic before you had children with them, get them some help. All of you get help. All of you get to counseling. All of you get to a different space for them kids. It's a must. It is. And I don't want anybody to ever believe that because we're seeing these situations more and more that we're not beyond nothing. Everything that they threw at us, we managed to knock down and keep it moving. Y'all think this is critical. Y'all didn't live through the heroin epidemic. I keep telling y'all, if y'all didn't live through the crack epidemic, y'all couldn't even imagine what that shit was like. That shit hit us hard immediately. And we still living through the traumas of that. You watching big, strong cop diesel dudes in your community solid. And in 60 days, smoked out on rooftops, trying to blow each other to get a rock. You watching dudes' moms look like Thelma from Good Times, and in 40 days, her ass is a crunch monster. Quickly, we like this. What is this? What's going on? And from that little time spell, from maybe 85 to 90, changed the world. Real talk. So this shit right here looks heavy because we're seeing it. Remember, I told y'all, revolution is digitized. We watching it. So it may seem like, but man, we was going through that shit every day. Every day. Every day. I ain't knuckle nobody down in a good minute. We was fighting all day, every day during the crack era. Every day, all day. You fighting fiends. You fighting everybody. Okay? You ain't like that now. Y'all don't see that. You don't see that. And we had the same amount of hammers. Don't get it twisted. But we have to get to the table. Damn what you think you know. Or why you believe in what you believe in. Because there's things going on and you ain't manifesting those beliefs. I would see the work. So we need to set some new codes and guidelines. Especially when it comes to how people relating. Because y'all don't own each other. Women, y'all don't own men because y'all gave them a little bit of musty box. Men, y'all don't own women because she might have blew on your little balls. And anytime it can be over. Pack your shit and leave. When you drawing pistols, that is war. And if y'all not warring against the old faith, y'all shouldn't be drawing down on each other. That's just the gist of it. You got too many people and don't know the art of war. Don't know the rules of engagement. Miss Meeks and the family of young Queen Meeks, we send our deepest condolences and may the universal energies and envelope y'all through this grieving process. City of Chicago, I don't know how much y'all can take. Really don't. You're going through it. You need a shift. You need a cleansing. Okay? You need a cleansing. Immediately. Now, some more disturbing news, unrelated. Mr. Dorian Johnson, friend of Mike Brown, was unalived. Yeah, was unalived. The young man who they're giving the credit for coining the phrase, hands up, don't shoot, is who Dorian Johnson is. Very troubled space. Very troubled space of time that he lived through. Let's get to it. Dorian Johnson, who was with Mike Brown when the 18-year-old black man was clapped unalived by a white police officer, in a 2014 Missouri clapping that triggered nationwide protests. He was unalived in a clapping Sunday, authorities said. The unaliving of Mike Brown on August 9th, 2014 in Ferguson fueled demonstrations around the country in which people chanted, hands up, don't shoot. Johnson witnessed the shooting and told media outlets what he saw. Johnson was fatally clapped Sunday morning, also in Ferguson, not too far from where Mike Brown lost his life. St. Louis County prosecuting attorney said Johnson's unalivement appears to be a domestic incident involving a claim of self-defense. One person was arrested but released after a maximum hold time of 24 hours expired without charges. The investigation remains active, prosecutors said in a statement. The Ferguson Police Department is engaged in ongoing consultation with the St. Louis County Prosecuting Attorney's Office regarding possible criminal charges. We will announce any charging decisions made regarding this matter of evident public interest. Now, I'm sure this man was traumatized after the Mike Brown situation. I mean, they were kids, 18. I've lost people, excuse me, to gunfire when I was 18. I know how it is, right? But it's different when it's just in your community, in your neighborhood, and not national news, and not by an officer. So I'm sure that, with the protest and him coining the phrase and being ran around media circles and having this national name and presence and expectations, I watched it. People really thought that was going to set off some type of revolution. Like, this is it, enough is enough. And we're going to get busy, and, Black Lives Matter and all this other stuff started coming out of the woodworks, all, being facilitated by white folk. Yeah, a lot of shit went weird for him. Now, the way they're wording this and saying the domestic and the person, they're not giving you the gender of this person in this domestic incident. They're not naming the person. So it's a lot of speculation. At first, there were rumors that police had did it to him. But, they've come to find out that, nah, it wasn't. It was something domestic. And again, when they omit certain names and things, a lot of speculation. Could be an old fate that unalived them. Could be a man in a domestic situation. We don't know. We don't know. I do know that he was in trouble at one point. Okay, and that was when he got locked up. The friend who was with Mike Brown on the day the unarmed African-American teen was shot and unalived by a white police officer has been arrested. This is when he got arrested, and believe it was 2015, 16, something like that. Dorian Johnson was arrested Wednesday afternoon. Police had been called to check on a group of people who were possibly armed with hammers, guns. Johnson was accused of approaching an officer to keep him from making an arrest, and police say he also threw suspected narcotics on the ground. So, instead of what people believe that, these young people were going to be our next leaders and things like that, what happened? For real, what happened? That didn't materialize because it wasn't facilitated properly. So I'm sure he had a lot of ups and downs. He made news when he sued the city of Ferguson in Missouri. But to go out like that, I mean, he's still a young person, to get unalived in the crib somewhere in a domestic situation, like I keep saying, intimate relationship, domestic relationship. I'm telling you, our people are sick, and you have to respect that. This way you don't get hurt. You got to respect it. Our people are sick, and they're going through it. Excuse me. You want to love on them. You want to assist them, but be mindful. Right? I know y'all see the case now because it's a national news case coming out of Queens, New York, where this man, this person, ringing people bells up and down the block, He need his phone charged. One elderly couple opened the door for him. He beat them, tortured them, unalived them, set the house on fire. Now they got him all on the news because he was on the, the ring alarm or whatever, door ring or whatever. You understand? People are off. For real. But look at what they're doing. The media will focus all the attention on people who look like you and I. Right? So this dude, he gonna be on the news for a good while. But I guarantee you, I guarantee you all that y'all don't remember what this dude looked like who shot up that Catholic school church. Clapped them down, clapped them babies down. He ain't been back in the news yet. We ain't hear nothing else. Nothing else. I'm just saying. Much appreciated, Sniper. Yeah. Let's get this war effort moving. Yeah. Now, it's so bad when it comes to us, again, because the conspiracy theories that turned into agendas, that turned into functioning plays, have us in a terrible position. Terrible position in the eyes of others. Right? Definitely in the Clockwork Orange. Definitely. Right? But look at how they do it. You don't see what they doing in Palestine to the kids and the babies and to the Al Jazeera reporters and to you. You don't see that. They're not depicted as monsters in the media. You can see Netanyahu, you see dummy Floyd Mayweather, dummy Mayweather shaking hands with them. You see that, and it's all good. And then black folk, they shrug their shoulders. Well, he's Money Mayweather. He's over there dealing with monsters who are starving babies, who are taking out whole generations. You don't see them depicted as such. They speak to them and speak about them in calm terms. Oh, the conflict is waging on. The war, the food. They talk subtle about them. But this black man, look at him. If you see him, if this is going on, Crime Stoppers, look at him. He unalived it, right? So now we got this dude. Look at him walking back and forth. You see it? Not saying that it wasn't heinous what he did. However, look at how it's depicted. Again, the big black monster, right? And then they pair him with this dumbass who hit the Ukrainian chick up for whatever reason. You understand? This is us. They put all that in one news segment and then threw in some dude they calling a singer, an R&B singer. Never heard of this dude at all. They find human remains in his trunk in LA. He ain't even there. He on tour somewhere. But his ass is black. So I'm like, well, who the hell is he? 30 million streams. Who is that? I don't know him. I never D4D some. Who is that? But when you watch the news and you're hearing all this heinous shit, you only see in our faces, our faces. You don't see our faces when we're fighting for truth, when we're fighting for justice, when we're fighting for liberation. You don't see Julius Malema all on our news. You didn't even see Captain Ibrahim at all. That was strictly social media. They wasn't talking about that. You didn't catch none of that on the news. How they kick France out there. Things that can make you say, hold on, what's that? Hold up, what? We can do that? They ain't show none of that shit. So again, you have to be mindful of what we're intaking. You see what I'm saying? It's consistent. Consistent. So let's be mindful when we're listening to what's going on. All right? For real. Because we don't, I'm telling you, you have no room for error. None. Now, y'all could keep not listening, but I'm telling you, class after class, I have not steered you wrong. I have not spoken untruth. I'm telling you what's going to happen in real time. And I'm not talking about no goddamn prophecy, proverb. Now, I'm not talking about none of that. I'm telling you what it is and what you have to do to not be a victim of it. Beyond all that shit is done. Conspiracies done. Agendas done. This is in motion. It is movement now. And you don't have a clue. We don't. We still reactionary. And when you reactionary, when you supposed to be militant, you losing. We can't counterpunch our way out of this shit. We have to be active. We have to advance. We have to be on offense. So our minds have to be right. Our bodies have to be right. Our hearts have to be right. But this shit, I'm telling you, I don't want y'all to ever believe that even in jest, even when we're pointing out how ridiculous some of this shit is, because I'm not telling you every day how serious our positioning is. Don't get cute. Don't think it's all right. It is not. These people control every element of your life. Every element. 401k, your weekly or monthly goddamn salary, how much time you can spend where, whether your food is of edible, nutritious quality, every aspect. And I don't say it to scare you. I don't say it to come down on you. I'm just giving you the actual fact that is your fighting point. All right? Now, on a different note, time is, damn, it's after 11 already. I thought I went on kind of early. Shit. Oh, my goodness. Listen, man, I make every attempt to get busy, y'all. I'm telling you. It's not easy. Trust and believe. It's not easy at all. If you think it is, you try it. God body, much appreciation for the super chat. Peace, God, for the war. against our people in your efforts to liberate. Salute. Much appreciation. Okay? Now, let's get to this lighter shit, because when you see melanated men acting as or say questionable things, you gotta check it. That's just where I'm at now. As somebody who's been around so many different circles at so many different levels, I've come to say, you know what? I'm not letting any of this bullshit slide. Because I always feel a ways about how I was moving. And I always take responsibility for my lack of action on a lot of these rap dudes. A lot of these executives. Andre Jones, much appreciation for funding the war effort. You understand? I always take blame for that. Say, damn, I should have really been putting a pistol to their temples, man. I really should have been straightening out a lot of these individuals. And they was getting passes still to this day. I don't understand myself in that space, man. I really don't. Because I had it. I had these individuals in my web. And a lot of them, dudes like, nah, don't do that, son. Nah, be easy, son. Nah, we gonna get to it. Nah, son, nah, they doing their thing right now. Yo, just hold on, man, chill. And I'm like, nah, man, this dude is a sucker. He's not going to do what y'all think he gonna do for y'all, man. Let me put this pistol on this man. Make that blood trickle right down here so he know y'all not playing. Nah, son, don't do it, man. Yo, chill, man. We got it. And now look at where we at. Got New York rappers with lipstick shaking their little bare-chested ass. And on social media, the streets is raggedy. From what I'm hearing, Rikers Island the same way. You got chumps, Skittle, and now later dudes running the phone, and dudes is ODing and shit. This shit just backwards. And I'm telling you, you a real individual and you have intelligence and you got the heart, you feel the ways about it, man. That's one of the main struggles for a lot of OGs. They sit back and they're like, yo, man. It's that, yo, I shoulda, shoulda, shit. I'm telling you, you look at it and say, damn, what the fuck, what happened? You know? So no more. I see something silly, I'm going right at it. And trust, they not going to say shit to Bliz. None of them. None of them. They haven't did it yet. And they not going to. They ain't going to send nobody because they don't want to be responsible for somebody getting dropped. They don't. They don't. They know they not going to say shit because I'm telling it the way it need to be told and truthfully. That's why y'all ain't here yet. I done called everything. I done said damn near everything. Y'all done watched me for Dolo now. Now we going on 2 years Dolo. I ain't seen nobody call me out my name. At all. I ain't seen nobody pull up. Ain't nobody invite me. And y'all not. Y'all not. Y'all not because they know. They know. They don't never want to turn the corner. I'm already there. They know how I give it up. So I'm not playing. When they get out of line, I'm going right at them. So now, let's get to Cheeky Meeks. Cheeky Meeky. Let me not, because again, we just had condolences to the sister, Romeka Meeks. We don't want to confuse the world with Cheeky Meek. Cheeky Meek out of Philly. Shout out Philly. What up, Philly? Cheeky Meeks. He done bumped his head. According to Meek Mill, he needs financial support for multiple new projects, including an album, a book, and a short film. Cheeky Meek said he needs $5 million. First of all, ain't nobody in the industry making any noise, any music, any film, nothing. So for him to ask for $5 million, do y'all remember when the Puffster Bad Boy deal was up with Arista? And Clive Davis was like, I done had you stroking my grippers a long time now, Sean. You can go and be on your own. You a free agent. And remember with Sean, the Puffster Combs was going around telling record labels, man, I need $100 million. I need $100 million. Remember they said, you $100 million? You ain't getting that shit. Y'all remember that? Please tell me y'all remember that. Because Clive was like, yeah, Sean, I got good years. I got all your good young years. Boy, you was tearing this old white ass up. So you can go now, boy. Have your own plantation. Y'all remember that? And he was going around telling Sony, telling us, yo, I want $100 million for Bad Boy. Yo, I need $100. And they was like, get your ass out of here. Same shit here. Streaming ain't getting no money. We know that the gig is up. This man said he want $5 million. Recently, Meek Mill took to Twitter to vent, revealing that he's seeking $5 million in funding for an upcoming book, album, and short film. Who the hell want to read a book from somebody who barely can read? An album, we ain't checking for you. That ain't gonna work. And a short film. You did a short film already. Remember the bike shit? Dudes was doing the bikes and B-more and all that. Yeah, you ain't getting $5 million. Let's continue. These label deals not looking fair at all. They ruined the game basically. But I can reboot the whole thing. Why I can't get the same attention as a tech investment in rap? What the hell? You can reboot what? Philly. He can reboot what? Now I know that's y'all boy Philly. Y'all love Cheeky Meek. Yeah, y'all love Cheeky Meek. Cause y'all seen him. Y'all seen it. I believe he was running around with some of my family members. I believe he was right there on Lehigh Hamburger. I believe that. I do believe that he was running around with my little cousins and them. Yeah. So y'all witness, see, that's the thing that's difficult. Some people witness the struggle. They witness the growth. They know where he from and think that that's still the same boy. Nah, man. That boy that y'all seen on the mixtapes and the dirty braids and all that, that ain't the same. This man has grown up and has laid with white men. He ain't the same. Nah, he ain't the same. So y'all can stop championing him. No, he said $5 million. So I'm trying to find out what's going to be in the book. For $5 million, what's going to be in a book? Because when you say $5 million for a book, an album, and a short film, it don't take much to make an album no more. Little young dudes is doing that in their crib. Short film, that might cost a little something. But a book? I've been in the book game. Yeah, I've been in the book game. Shit, I still sell my books. Yeah. And people, y'all going, some of the new people in class, I'm like, well, he got books? Yeah, I got 3 books right now. Right now. On Amazon Kindle, right now. Y'all don't hear me hooting and hollering about that shit every day. Yo, get the book. Because I'm not eating off that. That's not no war effort amount. I ain't see no royalties and nothing from that. Now, when I was hand to hand in the street with the books, I was doing it. Y'all don't see me pandering that. I could be sitting and speaking about that every day. That's not what I'm about. I'm not here to scam and beat and play and to market and all. I'm marketing other people's shit. And I got books. He want $5 million for a book. What's going to be in that book, mate? Because we already know the story of you grinding out, coming up and going up through, getting probation. We know that already, so ain't nobody trying to read that. Now, if you going to tell us why that old white man was trying to twerk on your member, you might get a few people to buy that shit. Why was that white man trying to back it up on you? Why? And that was an old man. Somebody showed him the moves and thought that that would be appealing to you because he turned around, he tried to grab your joint, and he was doing a little twerk. What was that about? Are you going to write that in the book? People might buy it. What about why you was in that pool cooling your grippers off? Why was you in that pool looking like that? Looking like you was wore out. And the puffs are congratulating you for a job well done. Is that going to be in the book? Are you going to put the truth in there about why your grippers was in that pool like Tom after goddamn Jerry done blew a damn stick of dynamite in that tail? Because that's how you was looking, me. Like the puffster put one of them goddamn energy drinks in his system and wore you out. Is that going to be in the book? Is that going to be in the short film? Come on now. Come on. You got to come on now. Nah, man. Dude sounding crazy. For real. Right now, I'm telling you, right now, if Jay drops something, it ain't worth $5 million. It's not. Shit not selling no more. People don't have an interest in it. They got to do it. You talking about you will reboot. How you going to reboot? You barely was on. For real, you did something strange to get around them people. So you can't reboot. You can't reboot. You're not even from New York. It's going to take somebody from New York to reboot the cultural aspect of hip-hop. The 5 elements. You're going to need every element. You can't be talking about you from Philly and all that, and you going, nah, nobody want to hear that. For real, we love Philly to death, Philly MCs and all that, but nah, you ain't rebooting nothing, Meek. So that $5 million, you bullshitting with that. You had to just be saying that. You had to be this. They don't want to give $5 million to basketball players that they know is a definite draw. Some boxers that's getting, man, getting HBO, getting Showtime, getting all these arenas mad bread. They're not even trying to get them $5 million. Why you, Meek? What you got to say that you think we want to hear? You can't reboot that. Nah, dog, you got to tell us why that white man was trying to twerk on you. Why was he trying to back it up and looking to make sure you back there? Because he was looking, oh, there you go, and trying to move over. Why was he doing that? What was his expectation? He tried to grab like he know you was there. You've seen how dudes do that when we in a party. You got one in the front, you got one in the back. You trying to reach behind and ho, ho, ho. You trying to get it right with both of them. That old man tried to back his little nasty ass cakes up on you, Meek. Yeah, he did. We saw it. We saw it. So that means, again, that's a behavior. That's a pattern. He wouldn't do that to no old fake white woman his age, but he sure tried to back it up on your Cocoa Brown ass You was looking almondy that night to that white man. Yes, you was. You was looking real almondy. Let me find out. Is that going to be in the book? That they call you Almond Brown? Is that going to be in the book, Meek? Because that still ain't worth $5 million. But you might get a few dollars if that's what your nickname is in that circle of white men. Do they call you Almond? Do they call you Almond? Are they suggesting that you a tough piece of leather? Are they doing that, Meek? Huh? Come on now. You asking for $5 million. You gotta have something spicy for them Skittle and Now Later people. You was a tough piece of leather, ain't you, Meek? We gonna find out. If they give you $5 million, I know something. Boy, I know something. If they give you $5 million, you was a tough piece of leather. Yeah. Yeah. That's what it ain't cheeky, Meek. We gonna call you Almond. The Philly Almond. You so almondy? Yeah. Yeah. They give you $5 million. I know something up. Shit. They ain't get a woo $5 million. I guarantee you Ray and Ghost ain't get $5 million for near none of them projects. And they definitely gonna sell. Your shit is questionable, sir. You ain't Tyler, the creator of none of them. Your ass ain't Kendrick. You Meek. Yeah. Him and Chestnut Brown. That's Philly for you. See? Nah, we not going to do that. Nah, Philly, I love my Philly people, but they batting 1,000. They betting 1,000. Chestnut Brown, Umar running around here, wowing. Mickey want $5 million. He must gonna start OnlyFans. Let me move on. Cause again, if it's not a teachable moment, right? Yeah, if it's not battling but 50, if it's not a teachable moment, let's keep it moving. All right. But I do know he's been in some very compromising situations. So shit. I wouldn't read the book. I'll tell you that for a fact. I'm not reading this shit. I ain't reading it. Respect. What's up? What's that looking? Huh? Yeah, that's what he said, Meek. Let me back it up. That's what he said. That's what he said. So, we could get rid of that. Tell him to get that shit out of here. Okay? Now, we got to get to... I don't want to make this about Buster because he really didn't do nothing in this. Okay? This is more about Papoose. This is more about Papoose than it is Buster. Because Buster ain't making these claims. You know what I'm saying? He's just going through the motions, looking like Martha Washington. What was his name? What's that lady name from Night Court? What's her name, man? We did the class. We had the picture of her and the picture of Buster. What's her name, y'all? From Night Court. Talk about it, y'all. Come on, it's 120 y'all in class. And y'all don't remember that class? When Buster had on that red outfit? Marsha what? T. Gutter? We gotta give her last name. Don't call out, damn it, if you ain't got the full name. There you go, Marsha Warfield. That's right, Flatbush. Yeah, him and Buster and him and her was twinning. Yeah, twinning. God damn it. Hell no, vet. That book ain't making book club. I don't want to read that. He started talking about, I had very fond feelings because these white men did for me what many black men failed to do. Nurture me from a sensitive side. I don't want to read that shit. How much nurturing they gave you, Mickey? Almondy? No, I don't want to read that. That ain't making book club. Hell no. Nah. Hell no. So anyway, was it last night? Did I watch that shit last night? Was that the night before? I think it was last night. MTV Awards. You gonna see. What's the matter, vet? Come on now. Y'all have seen, or maybe you haven't seen, the viral video of Papoose and his new lady, you know, because that's what they look like. They look like a 70s couple. Like, he come to the fucking events and be like, oh, shit, I ain't getting monetized. God damn it, Bliz, your mouth. Anyway, yeah, I'm sick of that. I gotta keep it 1,000. Don't they? Don't Papoose? First of all, Papoose is an old school name. I don't know why people think that that's new. One of my old timers' name is Papoose. Ran through Brownsville crazy, fat daddy, Paps. Yeah. So that's an old school name. So when Papoose come through there with Clarissa, and you know that's a damn, that name ain't no more old school than that for a lady, Clarissa. So Clarissa and Pap, when they show up at the events and shit, he off to the side with the fellas and shit. Yeah, son. Yeah, I came through with my lady. Yeah. 70s like a motherfucker. Don't they look like they straight from the 70s? Me and my lady. You know what's playing in Papoose's head when he coming through these events? That Barry White shit. Nah, man, she at home. Nah, she home. Yeah, it's a lady. Yeah. Nah, she at home. That's the shit he got playing in his head. That 70s shit. Nah, man, she in the gym. She working out. She ain't come. All right now. I'm in here. All right now. Yeah. You hear all that shit when you see him pop up. Don't laugh, Sniper. You know I'm telling the truth. They 70s like a mama. Him and Papoose and Clarissa. That's 70s. That's 70s. That ain't no Rocky Rihanna. That shit is new millennial all day. All day. Clarissa and Papoose, let the music play. That's that shit. Nah, man, she not. She at home. She at home. What? The hell she doing at home? Man, you Barry White. It's the 70s. Man, you drinking Michelob. Your lady there drinking her goddamn pink champagne. What's she doing at home? But that's what Pap got in his head. Yeah, he got that shit in his head. Alright? Let the music play and all that shit. So now they come through the event. Okay? Whack-ass MTV bullshit. The only few melanated people in the motherfucker. That shit was trash. Straight trash. Worst MTV Awards ever. They went back to the old MTV with, nigga, we ain't playing no type of nigga songs. Yeah. And that's for real. Quick buster shit and get him up out of here. Give him his award and he got to roll. We going back to White Lightning Night. So Pap come up in there doing, let the music play. Yeah, I got my lady with me. My lady. Yeah, she here tonight, my lady. So he had his lady with him. And at the end of the night, they asked him, What does Busta Rhymes mean to hip hop? Now, I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, let me hear what he got to say. Now, as always, one thing I will never front about the God, he always reps the nation and gods and earths. Always. Always. We know that about Pap. You know it. Knowledge yourself, he got it. He's going to always find a way to incorporate it into an answer and to give it volume. However, in this shit here, nah, I'm not jacking it. I'm not jacking it. Ask him, what does Busta Rhymes mean to hip-hop? And this is his answer. Man, what? Busta Rhymes means to hip-hop. Busta Rhymes means be different. Be yourself. Be outgoing. Continue to elevate. Busta Rhymes has no ceilings. Busta Rhymes teaches. Busta Rhymes has had knowledge of self since we can remember. So to answer that question, what he means to hip-hop is, he means everything as a whole. Papoose told the journalist, underscoring Busta's fearless individuality and relentless innovation. Cool. Here's where it gets funny. You got to remember, it's a cipher. We all started out a cipher. So a cipher is 120 degrees of knowledge, 120 degrees of wisdom, 120 degrees of understanding. Then you got a complete cipher, which is 360 degrees. That's what Busta Rhymes represents. Knowledge itself and a full, complete cipher. A full, complete cipher. By equating Busta to a complete cipher, Papoose highlighted him as a symbol of balance, melding artistry, intellect, and community. Now I'm trying to figure this shit out. I said, where he getting this from? With Pastor Cavazier? With my man Julio, we put it in your booty hole? This is what he's saying? This dude? Okay, hold on. The metaphor also connected to the night's imagery as Busta walked the red carpet with his children. Papoose. Everything is as you can see. He's walking the carpet with his children. His cipher is complete. He means everything. Now, in the world of hip-hop, none of them, I don't care who you name, is 120 degrees of knowledge, 120 degrees of wisdom, 120 degrees of understanding, because they don't even own they self in that shit. They don't own their masters, they don't own their publishing, they don't own their administrative rights. A divine evil, a 10%er owns everything that these individuals do. So ain't none of them a manifestation of the degrees of the Father. None of them. Because they don't even own they self. So he gonna stop the cap with that shit. Ain't nothing complete. Nothing complete about no Busta Rhymes in that space. Old Face run them. Tell them when they could get a check. Tell them when they can go out on tour to feed their families. They don't do anything independent of somebody who y'all supposed to be destroying. So we're going to stop with the degrees when it comes to these rap dudes. Because he ain't complete. He don't even own himself. He don't. He don't own his masters. Now, you ever heard him say he owned his masters? Ever. Hear him even say he was fighting for his masters or administrative rights on his masters. You ever heard that come out of his mouth? I haven't. Out of all the people that was fighting, all the MCs, I never heard him say that shit. And his 30 years is almost up. He should be in a position to start talking and claiming that. He been in it for a minute. What, 92? When did PTA come out? It's another case of that old PTA. Bust around the money infamous. When was that? 92? 91, right? 91, 92. Count. 91, 2001, 2011, 2022, we going into 2026, and he don't own his masters. He don't own shit. He at the MTV Awards. Proud that Old Fays and the Old Fay institution acknowledge him. You bring your kids with you. Because the Old Fays is smiling down on you. The 10%. And you bang your chest out for that. Ah, be not Cipher. Where they do that at? Stop playing with the lessons. Let's continue. Yo, because I got to keep it at masters. Master, M, master. In the supreme alphabet. Master. The knowledge understanding lesson of master. M is master. One who knows and understands all things in his circumference. Atmosphere. The master's culture is Islam. For Allah is the master of the knowledge and unknown. Master means to be complete with 120 lessons of pure understanding. Does he understand his own contract that he made with the divine evils? Does he? So if you don't own yourself, and you as an intellectual property, master recordings, let's go. Master recordings, or simply masters, are the original recordings, including post-recording mixes and production edits of audio performances, from which all analog and digital copies of the audio are derived. The term refers only to the recorded performance of a song. It does not cover the composition of recorded material, which is a separate copyright that belongs to the songwriter, unless ownership of the copyright is transferred or sold to a separate entity. So him as a God body goes into an institution ran by the 10%, where he has no ownership over his own words, his own labor and presence. And you say he's a master? You say he is the embodiment of a cipher? Now, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. What he means to hip-hop? Yeah, all right. What is the difference between publishing rights and master rights? The publishing rights refer to rights in a musical composition, words and music. The master is the original sound recording. The difference is that a single musical composition like lyrics can feature in hundreds of different sound recordings, covers, remixes, etc. The sound recording equal master rights. Let's continue. Let's continue. Okay. Owning your masters means you own the copyright to the original sound recordings of your music. The copyright of the sound recording is generally owned by the artist or record label that they are signed to. Busta signed several times to recording companies, to labels. Majors, which means he was in an entity that he gave up rights, portions of it, to be in a business so he could come and say, woo, ah, and all that shit in front of you, wearing funny ass outfits. Right? We're going to eliminate this tough guy shit. We're going to eliminate this they standing tall and firm. We're going to eliminate all that. There's no difference between Buster, Sammy Davis Jr., damn it, and Frank Ocean. No difference. Because they all had some little ass banker, Bagelmeister behind them, telling them what to do and when to do it. So you could front at the rallies. Y'all can front in the masjid and all that other shit. When it come to this, I know y'all pussy in the face of them 10%ers. Whoever owns the master recordings will earn royalties when a song is played or reproduced, including radio, streaming, and downloads. The composition equals publishing rights. The composition, also referred to as musical work, is the underlying musical elements, structure, and composition of a song. This can also include lyrics. The publishing rights are generally owned by the original writer or composer of the song. He don't own himself. He's not the master of himself. So how is he a complete cipher? But you said it in front of the white folk. You said it in front of the world. Whoever was watching that shit. Y'all gonna stop playing. Stop playing. They do that shit because they think ain't nobody watching. They do that shit because they think nobody gonna call them out on it. And I'm standing on what I say. You ain't do shit when it comes to building that nation. And I don't care who, and I see all y'all that stand with him. I don't care about none of that shit. Y'all gonna stop that. It's time for truth. We too far gone. And again, don't nobody listen to me. Okay? That's where we at. We gonna see. Trust that. Trust that. Because we coming into a time real quick where you got to stand on who you say you are. These old faces ain't playing. A lot of things that y'all thought were secretive is about to be revealed. That's why dudes is wigging out. That's why dudes is crashing out. Because they can't stand on who they say they are or don't know who they are. And we're getting put in a position right now, we're being put in a position where you're going to have to fight. That's all I'm telling y'all. That's all I'm telling y'all. We're going to be put in a position where we're going to have to fight. And I'm going to show y'all how many of these rap dudes is going to run. They're going to hide in the closet spaces. They're going to hide in the basements of their little old fae friends, whoever loved them. They're going to be the pets. Okay? Mark my words. Mark my words. Okay? All right? Yeah. Yeah, I love how people believe that black men are not supposed to speak about violence when violence is the only language that white folk understand. See, that's a universal language. That's the universal language. All that music, nah. Because y'all don't understand K-pop. The hell is that? And they don't speak English, so they don't understand you. All that music is a universal language. It's garbage. Go eat camel nuts with that. Everybody understands violence. Somebody with Down syndrome, somebody on the autistic spectrum, you raise your hand, they understand that. Everybody. But they want y'all to believe black men ain't supposed to do it. No, that's taboo. But you getting your ass kicked. You're getting lynched. They just shown a Ofe in Ohio unalive 3 black kids. So don't come on this channel talking about that shit. Take you, your Bible, run up under your bed somewhere and go suck your thumb. And do whatever you want to do. But here, we are militant. We believe in every type of arm that you could imagine. From the gem star razor to the box cutter to the dagger to the machete to the pistol grip, whatever it takes, to the drones, all that. Or we fight here. Don't pit stop on this channel talking that bullshit. Now you got the roll. You got the roll. Coming and talking. You ain't a supporter. You don't get that burn over here. You take that shit over there with the rest of them clowns. This is Bliz. I'm a soldier. We believe in war over here. A black man talking violence. You get your ass out of here. The hell you think you came in on? What you think? You know, bullshit. We get to it. We gonna have to get to it. They giving you no choice. Watch what Chicago look like real soon. You think them little youngins gonna back down? You crazy? Watch how many National Guards get clipped. Watch. And then watch the repercussion. And then watch the follow-up. And then watch the repercussion. And watch the follow-up. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to get busy. They're gonna force you to get busy. So I don't know who they thought they was trolling. Nah, not here. I'm quick. I don't get bread on this shit. I don't. My people take care of me. I got a client base. I don't get nothing on here. I'm not threatened by it. I don't get a coin for this shit. At all. At all. I could say it all night, every night. 111 people in here. 2. And we've been on an hour and 10 minutes. 2. I done said it every which way. A buck and a share. War effort. This, that, all that. I don't eat from this shit. That shit don't come. Think I care about this like that? I help people. I coach people. Shit don't mean nothing, so don't come over here with that. Black man talking violent. Yeah, eat camel nuts. You don't like black men that are violent. Keep it moving. We manage our anger, so when it's time to enrage on a battlefield, we good money. Y'all think this is, I'm not raising no punks here. We raise soldiers. Straight up. Militancy. When it's time to go, we go. Come on, man. That's where we at with it. So anything else, y'all, before I take it down? Let me know. And I always give that grace. Always give that grace. Like I said, when I'm gone, you're going to miss it. And the only reason I'm gone is the lack. It takes away. This 2 hours, I could have booked a client. I could have had a client. I could have went on somewhere else and made a bid to get another assessment and get clients. This takes away. I'm doing it because it's a needed piece. It's a political, educational piece. I don't have to do this shit. I could be doing push-ups. So the lack of support is what's going to do it. I don't worry about them trolls. They peons. Them trolls is peons. They sitting in their grandma basement with grandma's needle and thread up their ass playing games. I don't worry about trolls. I'm here to educate, build up soldiers, because I'm telling you, nobody else is doing it. They not. I'm telling you to believe in you. Don't believe in me. Believe in my belief in you. So when it's time, you know that you can win. You know you can win. Don't believe in me. These dudes got you. Yo, I'm this, I'm that. This, I'm that. Yo, come here. Get these grapes. Yo, do this. We got to look. Yo, the universe, 3 millennial and 4 Milky Ways away. They got the keys, and the keys done came into me, and I'm telling you, that shit out of here. Get that shit out of here. As soon as they stand there, Ofe, when they put them on one of their platforms, their news platforms, they straighten up, man. Well, the true issue with black people is that we have no equality still, and get them bitch dudes up out of y'all face. And then they come amongst y'all and they slit and talk about, yo, because, come on, get the fuck out of here. Get out of here with that shit, yo. Dion Hill, much appreciation for funding the war effort. Tell them to get y'all up out of here and get some solid answers. Yo, when we gonna get busy? What can we use? What's the distance between our water supplies and our communities? How can we shorten that distance? What needs to be done? What's the average call time when we set it off between average, regular precincts and National Guards, because when you get through them, you got more. You gotta understand that. That cop that's in your face is not alone. Y'all gotta watch that shit. Y'all gotta be in that mindset already. When you get past him, you get past the precinct, you get past the National Guard, you get into the regular army. They already here. The fuck you think ICE is mercenaries? They ain't gonna have... You can't do nothing if they body something. They've been deputized by the feds. So y'all keep listening to all these 19 keys and all these other weirdo motherfuckers. I'm not telling y'all shit. They not prepared. They not gonna bust their hammer for none of y'all. And that's just the truth. They don't have no years behind the walls for doing nothing for nobody. Man, much appreciation, man. You know I see you all the time. And that's the truth of it. And I don't care what platform they sit on. I don't give a fuck how many views they give you and subscriptions and followers and all that shit. Them dudes is not doing shit. Why? Because they haven't done it. They don't have nothing on their police jacket, nothing on the arrest record saying they did anything against the Ofe, his government, or nothing. So I don't know why y'all believe in that Hummer stunting that they doing. You got mercenaries in your hood now. Right now. They're not flashing no badges or doing nothing. They got masks on. Y'all got every reason to knock their head off. What are y'all gonna do? They're not in the white communities doing it. They're not on Wall Street. They're not on Park Ave. They're not in the Upper West Side or Upper East Side. They're not running through Central Park. What are y'all gonna do? Because the lack of activity, the lack of going at your true enemy has your men going crazy. That's why they running down on elders and burning them in houses. Because their minds is shot. Because they know what they're supposed to do. And not doing it. And it's eating them up. Don't tell. That's why I don't listen to some of that shit y'all send. I'm like, what the fuck are y'all sending me these bozos for? They don't know nothing more than y'all. They don't. But y'all impressed by the image and fashion and what the hell they saying and what they claiming they got. They don't have shit. Nothing. And when they do have it, it's because they working with OFAs. You're in an OFA institution. You got an agent, a publicist. That's how you get those damn checks and invoices and all that other weird shit that's connected right back to the same enemy. Y'all don't hear me. Y'all not listening. Y'all not watching. Y'all impressed by these niggas. They ain't nobody. Anytime I'm coming through in any of them spaces, they straighten up or they don't look. Now ask your mans. Don't care who they are. If I ever been anywhere and my energy hasn't been felt. In maxes, medium camps, backstages, wherever. Letting these dudes front for y'all. In front of y'all. Ask them what they gonna do. Get that philosophy shit out the window. What are you going to do? These people are on our ass. And see. That's all. Ask them. Ask them what they're going to do. Guarantee you they can't say nothing but direct you to the Ofe. Oh, well, we can't do that. Bitch, that's why. That's why you can't. I've been around too long. I know the difference. So on that note, let me get up out of here. All right? As always, make sure you come back to class with all 10 fingers and 10 toes. Be safe out there. Be on point. I'm telling you. I told you. It's not only outside. You gotta be careful with family members. You gotta be careful. Co-workers. Just gotta be on point. Stop taking your safety for granted. People who have no knowledge of self, who have no foundational base on anything other than moving based on what they're being allowed to move on because of what they've been taught. They are demons. I'm telling you right now. They're moving in an energy that is against universal teachings of truth. They will unalive you. It's just that simple. That is why you are hearing me always say remain militant. Militant. Always on point. You don't have no love for somebody more than you love yourself. I don't give a fuck who it is. Love yourself more than anything. This way, you are always prepared. I keep telling you, these dudes will unalive you on accident. And if you got a demeanor where you just, oh, okay, oh, it's life. Okay, oh, it's life. I'm going to work, go to school. Oh, it's life. It's like you looking like the gazelle in the Serengeti, the fawn at the watering hole. And niggas is going to chomp your ass up. You going to look just like that, like one of them crocodiles biting on your ass. And you, oh. Because that's what type of time we on right now. Any movie when you see demons jumping and touching and you seeing and you turn, they got, this is what we in. That is what they put it metaphorically in the movies, but this is real. They have created these monsters. And you better be ready to take heads. That's it. That's it. Forget about all that old shit you've been taught and kumbaya, bring it. Get that shit out of here. It don't work. Don't work. We need a cleansing. We have to clean. You got to fight. It didn't work when they was doing it. Didn't work. They tell you about the Crusades. What they tell you about all that shit. Shit didn't work. Don't work. You better arm up. You better arm up. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. And believe in you like no other. That is the essence of the 120. To acknowledge who you are. I'm not no rap dudes existing in the world because 10%ers allow you to exist. the hell are you doing? Who are you fooling? Classroom assistants, much appreciation for holding me down as always. To those who funded the war effort, much appreciation. We know about the rest. Okay? Yeah, we do. All right? My paperwork is always good. Always. Always. Okay? Whether it's in the big yard or the small lodge or whatever, keep your paperwork good all the time. No ratting. And that's serious. Serious, because they ain't keep telling y'all the streets is the same streets. All right? It's the mentality of the people. It ain't the streets. So stop having them tell you that it was black people, white people on the street too, Asian people on the street too. Goddamn squirrels and cats is on the street. It ain't the streets. It's the mentality of the niggas that's in the street. Wall Street is the same Wall Street. Park Ave is the same Park Ave, whether it's in Harlem or whether it's in Midtown. The street is the street. It's the mentality of the individuals who occupy the space that make shit stupid. Get that in your head. Huey died on the same streets he liberated people's mind on. Streets is the street. It's the mentality. Okay? As always, if you got something that you are promoting, a service that you're selling, a product, put it in the comments. Okay? Put it in the community. We have to grow each other. Have to grow each other. And that's serious. You cannot be fearful of exchanging resources with one another. If you keep being fearful of that because y'all trusted some stupid ass yahoos with dumb ass museums and stupid ass schools, that's on you. Don't allow that shit to have you bitter and in a space where you're not seeking out others. It's trial and error. God damn it, it's trial and error. You try the old phase all the time. Target disappoint you, so what? You take your ass to the Waltons, you go to Walmart. That shit disappoint you, you go to another cracker. Y'all don't do the same for us. You don't. You get scammed with one dude, everybody's in Hotep now. No. Y'all just listen to the dumb dude. And when we challenged you on it, you told us we was haters. You dig? So again, buckle down, believe in yourself, know that it's a war going on. And I don't know. If I'm working, I may see y'all later on today. Right, yeah, because it's a new day. If I get some sessions in early, I'll come through with a class. And as always, 55 gang, get